Hi, this is Eternal King bringing you another gaming video today. So, if you don't know, Heroes of Might and Magic is an RTS series that is finally looking to come back. It's a series that is quite old, and it has been, objectively speaking, I would say, faltering quite a bit, right? It is an RTS series that has been faltering quite a bit, and it's kind of unique and fun as far as RTSs go. Like, it is a very unique style of game. We'll play like Rampart. They're like the elves. And yeah, this doesn't really matter. I'm mostly going to show off the game. Here's the Might and Magic is coming back. Under Ubisoft's leadership, this was the last good Heroes of Might and Magic. I believe it was 5. Yeah, it's a series that's faltered. I think they did a 6th Heroes, they did a 7th Heroes. You know, they kind of, in Ubisoft's fashion, true Ubisoft fashion, they kind of pooped the bed, right? Because that's what Ubisoft does when they make games. But yeah, in Heroes 5, this is kind of the last good one that was made, and honestly, it's a fun game. You know, it's a simple game, it's not complicated as far as RTSs go, but it is interesting. You know, you get these really cool castle towns, you get a musical theme that plays, and you get these very interesting panoramics of your town. Obviously, we'll go in and try to build something. Typically, you want to prioritize creature dwellings, so we'll build a fairy castle. So yeah, now we can recruit some of these guys. Pixies. We might wait. We'll buy them. It's fine. And, I don't remember how to do splits, but it's okay. Yeah, so, there's basically 2 stages, or 3 stages to a Heroes game. You have the overworld map, you have the town maps, where you build your creature dwellings, or the towns menu, and then you have battle menus, essentially. And then, yeah, you have a turn passing system. So again, old school PC series we're talking about here, Heroes of Might and Magic. I will show off the combat pretty soon as I get a chance. It's basically a hex grid with, you know, unit models attacking each other, like in a turn-based fashion. It's a pretty straightforward game. Threat level high, threat level moderate. Okay, we'll try to take this mine here, and yeah, we'll show off the combat system now. So again, Heroes as a series has not changed much. Objectively speaking, it has not. You can attack with your hero. Well, that audio was a little poppy. If we are able to successfully take down the archers, we'll be able to, like, win this fight for free. There we go. That was pretty good. And yeah, then it's their turn. Your hero gets to attack again. So that's Heroes in a nutshell. Like, Heroes hasn't changed much over the years. The original Heroes had 2-dimensional battles, and then we swapped to a 3-dimensional battle system, but that's all that changed. So personally, I am looking forward to the return, because again, you know me, I'm an old school PC gamer. I am looking forward to the return of, you know, any traditional PC series, regardless of how old it is. So again, Heroes being literally around since the early 90s, Heroes of Might and Magic, and it's a very old RTS series, but I'm happy to see it come back. It looks very traditional, the game that they're making. Like, it hasn't, you know, not much has changed over the years in terms of the way that they want to make the new heroes. It's still going to be kind of a top-down map grid like this. that you explore with your heroes. It's still going to be a hexagonal battle grid, and it's still going to be, you know, a town menu. And those are really the three elements of a Heroes game. It's exceptionally simple in concept. In practice, it's actually more complicated than you might think. Again, you pass turns, you build things, you move around, and you fight things. And that's basically what Heroes of Might and Magic is as a RTS series. But, you know, when I see that they're making a new Heroes of Might and Magic, it makes me feel hopeful for the gaming industry. And the reason why it makes me feel hopeful for the gaming industry is because it's not just like endless remakes, right? Yeah, yes, it's a sequel, but it's a, you know, very unpopular gaming series, I would say, like compared to some things. So we can also recruit battle dancers now, right? So it's a very unpopular gaming series that is seeing a revival. And that's the whole idea of like a good sequel, in my opinion, is like a good sequel brings back something that was lost, or a good remake brings back something that was lost. Bad remakes are shameless cash grabs that nobody wants anything to do with. Okay, we can kill these zombies over here. And the final piece of the puzzle that you haven't seen is that your heroes level up, similar to like a League of Legends kind of thing. So your heroes level up and they get new abilities. So I guess that's like the fourth point of the pillar, is like you have the battle grid system, you have the town system, you have the overworld map, and then you have, you know, the RPG mechanics essentially of leveling up your heroes and making them better at the game. But yeah, you wouldn't think something as simple as this would be fun. You would describe it almost like a mobile game of sorts. But it is fun. You know, there are people who would spend days playing Heroes of Might and Magic 3. And again, I view Heroes of Might and Magic 5 to be about as good as 3, you know, controversial opinion. Because I know it's made by Ubisoft and no one likes Ubisoft. Ubisoft wasn't always bad at making games. I just want to come right out and say that like, as much as modern Ubisoft is a trash fire, Ubisoft has made some good games in the past. They just kind of forgot how to do it. So yeah, now this is the level up screen. This is how it looks, traditionally speaking. It's usually you get to choose between 4 things on level up. So for example, grants Ranger an ability to attack an enemy creature on the battlefield. The inflicted damage is +3 of his or her level. Imbue Arrow allows the Ranger to enhance his her arrows with attacking or cursing spells. So we don't want Imbue Arrow, we'll take Deadeye Shot, because it's Advanced Luck's not bad either. So actually I'm going to take Advanced Luck. So yeah, new skill gained, Advanced Luck. This is the fundamental pattern of a Heroes of Might and Magic series that was so addicting, is essentially overworld map, town map, battle map, level up. And like that's like the entire game. And then eventually what you do is you run into other towns and they have their own armies and dwellings and things like that as well. So eventually you go into like castle siege mode and you fight, you know, the scale increases too. Right now, we're just fighting like little peasants and stuff like that, but later on, you're fighting like black dragons, and you know, there's a really good sense of progression in that. You can see our luck proccing there. Yes, I wanted to do this video because they're bringing back Heroes of Might and Magic. If the game reviews well, I will buy it day one. Absolutely day one purchase for me. We can level up again. Rain of Arrows grants the Ranger an ability to attack all enemy creatures which are present in his favorite enemies list. The Ranger deals 3 of his or her damage, blah 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 blah. Okay. Advanced Ranger. Resourcefulness. Okay, so we'll keep going luck. We're going to be a luck specialist. So in the course of the adventure, the hero tends to find more golden resources and is more lucky overall. So we'll take resourcefulness. We're a luck main character right now. We'll take some gold in case we need it. What else do we got here? Mage Guild, Blacksmith, Marketplace. Okay, boosts Pixie creation. Okay. Huntress Cabin requires... Yeah, we can make that later. That's pretty good. So that's the pattern, is what you'll see is that in this RTS, you'll be swapping between the town map, the overworld, the combat scenarios, and to level up your character. And then, of course, the level up screen. And finally, when all that's said and done, you'll encounter other players or NPCs that have their own army and their own towns, and then you attempt to kill the armies of the other player, and you attempt to capture the towns of the other player. And if you do that, then you get to snowball out of control and build bigger armies, etc., etc. It's not complicated, but it is fun. And I think that's kind of the thing that, Ubisoft forgot over the years, is that, again, we can lose these, we don't care about those. Yeah, the thing that Ubisoft forgot over the years is that bigger isn't better. More isn't better. Sometimes a good game is essentially a very basic concept, right? You think about card games. Card games have endless depth to them. Real-time strategy games have endless depth to them. You could, if you're a Heroes fan, you can play Heroes 3 for like your entire lifespan. There's nothing stopping you from playing Heroes 3, a 20 to 30-year-old game, today. There's nothing stopping you from playing Heroes 3 today if you want to. Heroes 5 at least is widescreen, which is nice. And I also think they did a pretty good job of, like, distinguishing the different hero classes. So, for example, all those ranger skills you see, like in Bew Arrow and all that stuff, they didn't have that in the old school Heroes games. So, like, Ubisoft can make good games. They can make real-time strategy games. They can make, or at least publish real-time strategy games. They can publish decent platformers. They can publish decent adventure games. It's not just open world spam, asset pipeline, get it out there, make the stockholders happy, etc. I think this was a nice reminder that, I am personally looking forward to the next Heroes of Might and Magic game, and I hope this was a fun little delve back into the past of PC gaming for you guys. This is Eternal King, signing out.